Welcome, everybody, to this week's edition of Valpo Basketball Weekly. It's presented by our friends at Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute. Brandon Vickery with you. Glad to be joined by the head coach of the Valpo men's basketball program, Roger Powell Jr., as we look back at a winning week, a 2-0 week for the Beacons in the final non-conference games before the start of league play this week. Let's talk first about Tuesday's win over Western Illinois. And when we talk about that game, we have to talk about Ola Ajiboye. 21 points, 8 rebounds. What stood out to you about the way you played in that one, and what's it been like to coach Ola so far this season?
It's been great. Obviously our 2 wins. I mean, he's been spectacular in our early 2 wins, but I've challenged him, and he's a true sophomore, so doesn't have a whole heck of a lot of experience, but one thing that he has shown is when the team needs him, he can be relied upon, and he showed that game with a lot of energy, a lot of obviously scoring, but made grit plays. And obviously he was a grit award winner because of his hustle. And man, I couldn't be more proud of him. And we're going to need him though. We're going to need him to kind of give us that spark when, other guys aren't playing great. Like, he can be that X factor for us. And I told him that, and that's exactly what he did.
Let's talk about your freshman, Cooper Schwieger. Big week. He went 4 of 6 from 3. He averaged 15 points over the 2 wins. How would you assess the way he's playing as a freshman? And then also for people that are just interested in what he's like, what's he like to be around the team?
I mean, not just a freshman, he's a true freshman, I mean, so it's been amazing seeing his development, his growth, the confidence that is continuing to come. Cooper's, I mean, all season he's made plays, and he's someone that, I think other teams have to game plan for just because he's versatile and he has good size. And I don't even think he's scratched the surface yet. I think he's going to continue to improve, get more confidence in late game situations. And he made a huge shot last game, man, made a huge three when we were kind of struggling and they were on a run. And that's pretty impressive for a kid like that that's never been in those situations. And I mean, we've had 6 games so far, and that's only 6 games in college basketball. But shoot, I can't even not to just mention him. I mean, last game we had 3 true freshmen on the court in game winning time. 3 true freshmen, and all 3 of them made huge plays, and that's special. And I'm excited to continue to build on that.
Yeah, I wanted to follow up on that and talk about how you built up a nice 15-point lead in the game against Southern. They cut all the way into it. They got it all the way down to 1. How was your young group able to stay composed? So many times when a team cuts into a big lead, you'll see teams, especially a young team, let that lead slip away, but they stayed composed in that moment and pulled back away. What can you say about that?
The growth. We've had a couple games like that this season so far, and they're growing. And obviously my staff does a great job of kind of keeping them calm. We call timeouts. We sit down. Hey, get your breath. We just got to win the next 4 minutes. We'll be fine. And then put them in a situation where they can be successful. And I love it. I love the adversity in games that we're facing. I love the close games. Obviously, I would love to keep a lead and win by 20, but there's so much learning that's taking place, from a game like that. And seeing how these guys responded, we're going to need that as we start league play. I mean, these games are tough and they're hard to win, but you come out on the other end after some adversity, that shows a lot of mental toughness by our guys.
And you touched on the start of league play. You start conference play against a team that was picked to win the league, a team that won the conference tournament a year ago in Drake. What do you have to do to be successful on Wednesday, and what makes Drake such a quality opponent?
We have to have, a great practice today, great game plan, great prep. Same thing tomorrow, and then come in, play fun, fast, and free, and be excited about the opportunity and just continue to grow. And, we played against some good teams this year. We had a great first half against Illinois. I mean, they're a really talented team, and, they're top 25 when we played them. So, Drake coming in here, they're really good. They have a lot of experience. They have a great player in DeVries. But you know what? They're on our home court. And I like where our team is. I think we're continuing to grow. So, it's a great challenge and a great opportunity for our guys to continue to, do hard things, as I would say. And this is going to be a tall task for us, but I think our guys will be up for it.
You mentioned the game will be on your home court, and you've been familiar with your home court here early in the season. What's it been like to have 6 of your first 7 at home? And you have a stretch coming up where you have 3 straight on the road. What will that be like for your young team to get that opportunity to go out on the road and spend some time together on those road trips?
Great. I think it's gonna be fun. I mean, I'm enjoying it. And my biggest thing is with these guys, I want them to have a great experience. And I think they are. Um, so, to be able to have a game like this, hopefully it's packed. Hopefully, I mean, our students be back and it'd be a great environment for them to play in and then to be able to go on the road and, play in a hostile environment, I hope, in Nashville against Belmont. Then, Virginia Tech. I mean, it's gonna be fun, man. And I want these players to look back on this experience and say, man, we enjoyed this season. And you enjoy it by, going in and getting some wins on the road. You enjoy it by, doing everything you can to pull out a gritty win against a conference favorite on your home court. So I'm all about the process, all about the experience. And so far, I think our guys are really enjoying it.
There he is, the head coach of the Valpo men's basketball program, Roger Powell Jr., who has his team off to a 4-2 start with league play tipping off a big game at the Arc. We hope to see many of you out there. Ticket information, valpoathletics.com/tickets. It's Valpo and Drake at 7 p.m. on Wednesday night. And we'll talk to you again next time on Valpo Basketball Weekly, brought to you by Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute.